the postings and the stuff. Hey, look, we're announced. We have done the thing that does the thing. So, now that we are live, ooh, would like to give the recap for inspiration as I accidentally launched BattleNet, which I did not mean to do. Close
Yay, we're
that.
playing WoW after.
It's true.
Guys, stay out of the fire.
But yes, who would
Well,
like to claim the power of inspiration?
so I did it once, and Short did it
I-
once.
Okay,
I'm willing to grab it again, but
yeah, do it.
Huh?
Nice.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure this was the last time. I wasn't too focused, if I'm gonna be honest. We walked into the cave. We fought another angry chicken and then a rust monster, but the rust monster kind of just got clapped up. And then also some sturges. Those sturges additionally got clapped up, actually by the angry chicken, not by us, mostly, uh, because environmental effects. Nothing in there lasted very long. I think the only thing dangerous was when those rockworms almost took out our lovely friend and compatriot and sponsor, which hopefully he thinks about how to do them better next time. As we were exploring the cave, we also found mining materials. We found a whole bunch of statues that were actually pretty well preserved. Um, so we could bring them. We brought one back because it was the lightest, and it was an elven lady. And then we made our way down the road where we got jumped by some banditos. I think that was pretty much it.
Indeed, as you see, there is a bandit in the road who stepped out to block your passage as he stares upon you and proclaims, "Well, well, well, as if it isn't the new lordling. I don't know why I went southern to this guy, because he wasn't southern before, but we're going to be southern now." So, he will step out in range as you see the individual dressed in very tattered garb, seemingly having a symbol upon his shield that has been kind of like scratched and torn as if he was trying to destroy it, but he's had some trouble. Of a local noble house. Upon seeing it, pretty sure you guys would know it, just because of your nature. But if you want, you can roll me a knowledge nobility check.
I'd love to. Knowledge.
Easy clap. All right. That man, his shield bears the house insignia of House Marvelon, or Marvellin, however you want to pronounce it. This is the count that rules over your county. So your liege lord, or at least the liege. Yeah, your liege lord who is subject to the island's entire ruler, which would be House Abaret.
So he's like my manager.
Basically.
so our middle manager had a dude who deserted.
It seems that way.
um. Right. Excuse me, Harold. Excuse me. Harold, do you mind if I step in front of you real quick? It's
Sorry, my lord.
just let me squeeze. Yeah,
I've
squeeze
got big
by
feet,
real
my
quick.
lord.
It's okay, Harold. Hello, fine gentlemen. Um, yes, you guessed it. It's me. Uh, what are y'all doing out here? Hope y'all aren't hunting cockatrices, because we killed them both. And he'll gesture to both of them on Harold.
Well, that's certainly good to hear, for they had displaced us from our home. Cave over yonder. But alas, that does not change our purpose, for this road here has a toll upon it. Toll that you, even though you are a lordling, must pay.
Okay. I mean, tolls make sense. Uh, what's my cut, though?
Your cut.
Yeah, my cut. Like, I pay you, then I get a cut of it back. That's how tolls work.
Well, I'm afraid this is from the liege lord of the county, as he'll tap his shield.
Well, yeah, but also the jurisdiction of my, region. So, like, let's say I give you 10 gold, right? Then he gets his, 3 gold from that, and I get 1 gold from that, and that leaves you with your 6 gold. So what's my cut?
Roll a diplomacy check. There ain't no cut on your end, I'm afraid.
Well, who set up this toll? Look, I understand, everybody's got a job, right? But, I need to talk to whoever sets this up, because obviously, I mean, you're providing a service.
I am in charge here. Talk to myself.
Oh, well, then perfect. And your name is?
You can call me Henry.
Henry, gotcha. And you work for?
I work for House. He pauses a moment. You see him trying to think real hard. And eventually he does say, House Marvellin.
Got Marvellin. Okay. Leopold has pulled out his
Alright. As you step to back there. Oh, you don't.
Oh, I'm not stepping. I was just
Okay,
trying to get
okay.
my token somewhere I can touch
Gotcha.
Yeah. Leopold will pull out his journal and start taking. Okay. So Henry, House Marvellin. Pleasure to meet you, Leopold, as you know. And then you said the toll is how much again?
Well, you have. He does some rough finger counting. 6 in your number. Plus an elephant.
Yeah. So 7.
And I seem to have counted the statue as one of your numbers, so we'll say 5 in your number plus an elephant.
Okay.
So that leads us to a total of 30 gold.
Okay, so 30 gold. So I pay you 30 gold, and Marvellin is getting how much of that?
He is getting his share of 80%.
Well, what are you doing out here? 80%? That's terrible! You should be taking home at least 40.
You can roll me a sense motive if you want.
Sure.
Is that one available to everyone?
Yeah, it's available to everyone. As long as you can see the guy.
Witnessing the art of the deal.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Hale totally knows what's going
You
on.
can definitely see him, Hale and Germaine, just kind of like looking shifty-eyed, kind of like scratching the back of his head every now and then, with like the tip of his weapon.
He's
And he's definitely lying about the fact that it's an 80% cut. You don't even think that he's really being paid to take this toll, or even going to give any to House Marvellin.
points at guy. He's lying. He's not working with the house, probably. It's probably just a bandit.
Hale, you can't just judge people. I mean, look at his shield. It's clearly the mark of House Marvellin.
Don't care.
Look,
in that.
Henry, I think you're getting a raw deal here. In fact, I think you're the kind of person that I've been looking for. What do you know about smuggling?
Smuggling.
Yeah.
I've
Now,
never
we're
done
fri-
such a thing before in my
Of-
life. I'm an
of-
honest and fair soldier of our fair liege lord.
Of course, and Leopold give an exaggerated wink. Yeah, we both haven't.
He seems truthful.
Look, we're friends here, Henry. Um, I am in need of people of different skills and abilities in this, up and coming, small region, subsection, community that has been entrusted to me. And I think a go-getter like you is just the kind of person I'm looking for.
All
In
right.
fact, I think your friends, who are definitely in the woods around us, am I right?
There is no one standing up.
Exactly. Your friends in the woods would also be great for this role.
Keep on talking.
Perfect. Do you mind if I get a little closer? I mean, I don't want to, scare you. As he'll hold up his hands as he doesn't have a weapon in either of them. He just has some weird ring
I'll
chain
draw a bit
rings.
closer. Keep things cordial on your end since you are liege lord of this
You know what?
section.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to treat me any differently than everyone else. I mean, look, we're talking as friends here. I think you're getting a raw deal. I think him taking 80%.
All right, as
not
you
even
step
worth the
there, you see him almost like glance down at your feet for half a second, almost panicked that you were going to step a little bit further.
Cool. I'm an empath. I want to activate my ability of empath or my empathic telepathy as I talk to him. Just to you know.
So as you're talking
And-
to him, at first he seems interested. You're getting a lot of like, oh, okay, we might be able to get a better deal here, and that's purely because of your trait, by the way, that's lets you like more friendly with neutral parties.
Yeah.
And then when you get there, he's very concerned, like he might blow the deal.
I need reliable people. I don't know if you've heard. There's a new mayor was appointed to the town.
I have not heard of such things.
Yeah,
But
the
good
old guy.
riddance. The old guy was part of my Barusian, a piece of shit.
You know what? I've been hearing that a lot, and honestly, it's a good thing that he retired. He's now town director, which is a step down, as some might say. But I mean, it's going to be work that he can do to keep himself busy during retirement. He keeps some of the same perks. That house of his, though, I mean, it's got to be used by a few other people than just him now that he's director. And I need good town guards.
And what's the pay for this position of guard of town?
Well, it depends on what kind of guarding you're looking to do. I mean, I did bring up a certain topic that I won't talk about again because you've never done it, I promise. But we may need guards for, different types of variety of things.
All right, let's cut the bullshit here. My troop and I, we are of sorts that will be willing to partake in certain activities that might be looked down upon, but I feel are particularly helpful in certain occasions. If you get my meaning.
Yeah, fine. If we're talking plain, we're talking plain. I want to start smuggling stuff out of this region, and I need people to help manage that process.
Wait a minute.
Because, fuck House Marvellin and fuck House Aberrant.
1 second. I need to roll composure check. You hear just a small, from just directly north of you. You're here. Up on the cliff.
Yeah, that's... Hey, that guy knows what I'm talking about. Look, House Valen, we're about, we're that new thing that's coming around. And, you can either join us or, and he'll gesture to the giant elephant that's probably still covered in blood from the rockworms.
Yeah.
You can't anymore do anything.
Roll me intimidate.
Sure.
I'm thinking of assisting this by making like Harold's eyes glow a little bit, like
Harold's
in a
eyes
way
are
that
constantly glowing.
are they already?
Yes.
Yeah, they're glowing green. Make them
Well, if you
red.
want, you can
Yeah, they flash
flash a little bit
red.
with an intimidation check.
That should be a 16, by the way. I don't know why it's a
Gotcha.
15.
You're wounded.
And
That's
Oh, you're
that'll
wounded. That's why it's
be-
minus
I'm
one.
wounded. That's right. Yeah. So never mind.
Let me roll the roll. Where is it? Where am I rolling?
Under adventure skills.
I think I added it to the right one. Yeah, that should be right. Alright, rolled a 19. Minor illusion. His eyeballs flash red for a moment.
Oh, just full on illusion. Okay.
Yeah, a little cantrip, little free, like, oh my god, that
Yeah.
elephant. He's magic.
All right. You can see there's a bit of a pause with Henry at your words, and as he stares at the elephant behind you. Right. Well, regardless of such terrifying visages of your elephant companion, what is the pay?
That aspect will have to be detailed out once we figure out exactly the services you'll be providing. I could probably pay you. Let's see. How many of y'all are here right now? Just, I just need a head count. Quick head count.
Including myself, there's 8 amongst our number.
Cool. How about a gold and silver apiece right now? And I think, honestly, I mean, you fellas, do y'all know much about that cave y'all were parked up in?
We heard there was some local legend about a monster that used to dwell in there, and, well, it seemed the legends were true as we were run out by some demon chicken.
Great. Yeah, but so right now I'd probably do a gold and silver piece for initial pay, just to celebrate this contract being made between us, informally, of course. And then, as we get back to town, y'all can join in the Leopold or the Valen Day festivities. I heard that Hale told the people about a dish from back home that he enjoyed that they're going to be cooking. And we can work out the finer details of pay. Over some food. I heard cockatrice is real good, and drinks.
Roll diplomacy.
I feel like you're going to be saying that a lot.
Probably.
A lot of stuff I'm doing.
Ooh.
I'm going to use my inspiration from last week to
Fair enough.
re-roll that one.
Mamma mia.
There, that's way better.
That's better. Alright. Alright, well. Further employment, I feel, is something that we are certainly interested in. I feel like we might take your offer. And we're certainly hungry. Aren't we all, boys? As he kind of looks over his shoulder, and as he says that, rising from the cliff faces, you can see, I'm just going to remove the VBL for the hills, would be the groupings of bandits. So let me get rid of the cover, because we don't need cover blocking things either. That was also not needed. And true to his word, there is a total of 8 of them. you all kind of like rise up. You can see there's one who's seemingly a skilled marksman with a bow as he stands there, rising up from a crouched position behind the boulders here. 5 just basic thugs with simple cudgels rise up from a prone position, hiding between the fronds of the tall grasses or behind the boughs of the trees. And a more shadier looking individual, daggers in hand, kind of skulks out from the corner. Well then, I feel like we can certainly move forward with this deal. We'll be willing to endeavor upon any business of this smuggling sort. So long as we're paid, of course.
Of course.
Before anything else happens, though, just one moment. And he will just take a step forward and just, like, poke his stick, his weapon, right in front of you, as you'll see a bear trap just, like, slap close.
Oh,
They really went for the spiked cudgel bundle, huh?
Well, it's what we found.
I'm pretty sure you buy them in bulk at market most of the
I
time.
mean, they're just sticks with metal, I guess.
They get the job done. That's what matters. So, how about our pay? Join your entourage.
For sure. Yeah, everybody come on down. Form an orderly line. I'll need to get your name down. And then I'll hand you your 1 gold and 1 silver. Also, if you can list any sort of skills or abilities, I mean, I'll meet with each of you individually to kind of get a good idea of where you fit best in this organization. But we'll get this moving.
Oop. Oh, there. Oop. There we go. Right. Alright, well, I suppose for our skill sets, since you know my name already, I am best as how to put it, a defender. I am capable of protecting others and show them my companions or safe from harm. Likewise, I am capable of pushing back at threats from beyond and slapping them back in return should they try to strike out at myself or my companions. He is the post talent as well as the guardian behavior, which guardian behavior treats allies within his reach as if they had soft cover. Additionally, he has the Protector talent, which allows him, whenever an ally is attacked, for him to make an attack of opportunity against the creature that attacked an ally. So he's got some good stuff like that, but that's just a little bit of what he can do. And he will stretch his hand, sheathing his pickaxe as he seeks his coinage.
I will pay him from the money that I swiped from the cave.
Excellent. All right, and he'll just kind of step to the side as he kind of leans against the cliff face here. The bandit hunter will move forward, and he will.
I cast a little spray of sparks with the word in the air that says "hired."
Excellent. All right, the bandit hunter will step forward, and he will speak. My name's Peter, and I suppose I'm pretty good with a bow. I got pretty good aim. I've been poaching. I've been hunting for quite some time now in these woods. So
hunting. Totally.
Yeah, hunting. Yeah. So I know how to set traps. For game or the like. I can use a bow pretty good. I'm mighty sneaky too. If you need me to sneak up on something.
Gotcha. It's a pleasure to meet you, Henry.
Peter.
Peter. Sorry.
All right, Mason. All right, Mason. All right, Peter. 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 All right
Oh, by the way, I do need each of you to tell me if you are currently wanted or there's bounties out for you. Not that I'm going to cash them in, but we might have to give you new names when we introduce you to people.
It is, he's gonna roll a sense motive check on you, actually, before he like, almost speaks, and then he, like, pauses. He's gonna give a sense motive on you. Henry. Let's see here. What's my sense motive for him? Not bad. For a bandit. Alright. Will. The troop and I, we are certainly, not wanted in town, but elsewhere we might have a bit of an issue in that, well, kind of like taps the shield with his hand.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, certain issues have been formed.
Of course.
You're looking for practices of that sort of nature. Would you happen to be going for more of a lay low type of situation, or more of a let's take over situation?
Well, like any good organization, and I think revolution was the word, Harold, you were telling me about?
Well then, we have some words for you. There are others in our troop, not amongst this particular camp, that have also deserted and would be mighty interested in forming back up, under a proper banner, of course. You and our loyalty, and I can certainly get a word in for you with the others.
That's great, Harold. It's like you were telling me about. You get the voice of the people, and they'll come. What was the thing you would say again?
I'm not sure, my lord.
I'll remember
Another
it.
illusion. New start on life. Confetti.
Yeah, definitely we'll follow up on that. Harold's been teaching me a lot about how different people and like the oppressed rising up against the oppressor, and it's
Yes,
funny
it's
words like.
Oh, yeah, well,
It's important for us to form a collective, my lord.
Oh, yeah, collective. That's the word I was looking for.
I'll certainly agree. The current lord of this county is certainly a right bastard.
Understood.
He put
All right.
in charge the mayor, which you already know I think is a shithead.
Yeah, a funny story there. I didn't, and then it turned out I was right. So it's like my motto says: if you plan for things to go right, then they'll never go wrong.
Well, you're one lucky individual then, isn't?
I guess, just
You saved
Yeah.
for 16 luck.
yeah. I say with
Among
16
the
luck.
luckiest, my lord.
Alright. In the troop of 4 bandits, they are basic human bandits. Pretty simple. They can move a bit faster with their tactical reposition stamina feature, which allows them to spend 1 stamina to move as a quick action instead of the standard 2. They're really good at knocking people out, though, so if you want someone who can handle, like, basic guard duty or capturing enemies, whenever they reduce a creature to 0 HP, they can always choose to leave that creature at -1 HP, unconscious and stable.
Perfect.
So they have a Merciful Blow as a talent, which is pretty good for them. They also are really good at working together in packs, so they know how to flank really well. They know how to like coordinate things of that nature. And in order, you have Billy. I'm just gonna put in this in his label, his role. You have Robert. You have Theodore. And the last one, you have William. They will all kind of take their coinage and move to the side.
Can he be Billiam? Can we call him Billiam?
Oh, I didn't realize there's a 5th one of them. The last one, he will step forward as well, and he will indicate that his name is Francis.
Never go hungry again.
So they are Bill, Rob, Theo, and Frank.
Excellent. All right, the last one, the Bandit Skulk. This one is interesting in that he is a totem fighter, capable of setting down traps and sneaking through areas fairly successfully, and that they have a pretty good stealth, +6 without any bonuses that they might have. They also have favored terrain in forest, and are pretty good with a crossbow. Notably, their superior skills at taking down spellcasters, that they have the Mage Hunter behavior. So, spellcasters they would like to murder.
Do what you're good at. Oh,
Wait, Jermaine, no!
And he will say, name's Tony.
Nice to meet all of you, y'all. I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of you. I can see that, this is a start of a great and budding friendship, hopefully. And I don't want you to think of me as your boss. I want you to think of me as, well, yes, your boss, Liege Lord. But more importantly, someone you can come talk to, potentially.
Well, that's good to hear. We heard you're of House Valen, but never got your name.
I am Leopold Valen.
Well then, Lord Leopold of House Valen, let me be the first to say that we welcome your rise in this town, and the future changes that might occur. What your words say are to be true.
I really appreciate that. And I just want to let you know that I don't plan on letting you down. But yeah, oh, by the way, don't bring up the whole smuggling and, down with the current leadership thing in town yet. I haven't broken the news to the people.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
as long as you do right by us, you will have our words sealed as if they are your own secret coffer.
Great. Well, let's get going. I mean, this bird's not going to cook itself. Or, Chime, you said you wanted to drain its blood, so we'll do that first, and then we'll cook it.
Yes.
Very well. Shall we lead your way into town as your entourage, or stay hidden?
I mean, you can come with us. You don't have to, lead in front of us. I mean, if anything, just walk in the back and make sure,
Would you prefer we
happens.
remain here and wait for any other people requiring a toll?
You know what? Hale, did they say Valen Day was today, or?
Don't know.
Okay. In honor of Valen Day, let's, we'll stop the toll for a bit, and then we could, toll it back up later.
Right. Well, we'll just pack up camp real quick then. We'll be right with you.
Perfect. And if you need to, send one of the guys off to go, take a message to your friends, that's cool. I won't have time to I won't have a space to host people yet, so no rush on, them coming to talk to me yet. But
Right. We'll keep that in mind.
I mean,
All right, boys. Let's pack
sir,
up.
yeah, Tail.
we could house him within the previous mayor's house.
Oh, I mean, these guys? Yeah, totally. That's what my thought
Yeah,
was.
we could just fill the previous mayor's house full of them, and
I mean, we're also staying there.
yeah,
do
but
we
we're
even
not
have a barracks, like a god house, or a fucking, I don't know, watchtower?
I mean, y'all saw what a shithole the village was. We probably don't.
We'll probably have to build one or get somebody to build one.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we could just
Hey,
use the town director's house as part of it too. I mean, he it seemed to be pretty big. He probably has a space.
If he doesn't, we'll just put him outside. It's fine.
I mean, it's a perk of the job, so they could. It's a perk. Perks aren't permanent. He understands. I made it clear to him during the interview and everything.
All right. About 5 minutes of them packing up camp, they'll eventually return, and you'll see the basic bandits will actually go around the outskirts and the pathway you're about to walk on, and just like set off bear traps and disarm tripwires. As there's actually another 2 bear traps, one here and one here, and another 5 bear traps, kind of like along the cliff edges. With as well 1 tripwire per cliff edge. So they had this place really fucking armed.
Man, you guys were really thorough. I like to see that.
Well, we cannot go by without seeing a well placed ambush site. Something I learned in the military.
I look forward to hearing more about that as I get to know you. But let's get going, guys.
Right. All right, forward march. See, where's his retina of bandits to march and lead the way to town?
My lord, a moment, if you please.
Yeah, sure, Harold. We'll we can let him get a little bit ahead of us. Just by the way, do you think it'd be better if we walked in front of them and then was like, "Ooh, we have the cockatrice," or should we follow up there like, "Who are these strangers?" And they're like, "Oh, it's Leopold and the cockatrice and all of his friends."
I think it's best if we present a positive impression at first, my lord. The victory over the cockatrice is probably best. But,
Yeah, you're probably...
if I might offer some advice, my lord.
Yeah.
Until we've sold the public on this venture, and we've shown them the profit to be had, it might be best to keep them uninformed.
You're probably right.
And if I might offer some more advice, my lord, infrastructure projects are a great way to earn the blessings of the masses.
Oh,
like housing, my lord.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we gotta build houses. In fact, well, do you think it'd be bad if I build my house first, though? Because, I mean, if we build my house first, and then we move out of we move out of the town director's house, then anyone who has the shittiest house, who's getting their house built or renovated, can live in the town director house.
Exactly, my lord. We must frame our actions as benefiting everyone, not just ourselves.
Your family home is outside of the town, isn't it?
I don't know. We haven't actually been there yet.
Yes, well, if it is, then when we're getting it renovated, they'll probably... Well, it won't draw too much attention.
Yeah, but I mean, if everyone comes together to help fix my house first, well, our house, because y'all be staying there too. Then, and then once we're done with that one, then we go all right, cool. We move out of the town director house, and whoever, we could do I was always enjoyed, little lotteries and stuff. And, I always seemed to win them when I was little. But, we could do a lottery to see who gets their house fixed next. And they could stay at the town director house until it's fixed. And then, we could be like, move that Harold as he steps out of the way and they see the new house.
That sounds very exciting, my lord.
Perfect.
Yes, I do look forward to sleeping next to the cutthroats you just hired.
Well, they won't be sleeping in our room.
Also, you should just get them to I don't know, scrub off their shields or insignia shit better. It looks bad if we're hiring, I don't know, dirty bandits from the woods who are or deserters or whatever.
Oh, that is true. How far are we from town, DM?
You guys at this point would have been not super far from town, maybe a couple miles.
Yeah. What we can do is, I'll just make sure that he doesn't, he gives it to us or something, and we can say we found it on one of the guys that died.
Just hide it in my bags, my lord. I will, I can deal with them later.
Sure. Yeah, that's perfect.
Thank
Good
goodness
idea,
we
gentlemen.
have these pounds and pounds of soap.
That's right.
All right. Yeah, let's go catch up to him. Great job, everyone. Honestly, this felt like a group effort earlier.
Hale will pull out a handful of cracked corn that he still has left and hand it to Harold.
What's this? What are you offering me?
Eat this. Eat it.
Okay, hold on. I'm not one to turn down something new, but what the hell is he handing me?
Cracked corn.
Oh, I thought you said it was something thorn.
No, it's cracked corn.
Oh yeah, okay, fine, I'll eat that.
Harold's so
Thank
big
you,
and
Hale.
strong.
It was a tough fight. It left me rather tired.
We'll get you some real food, buddy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that delicacy you were telling the people about.
Yeah, the delicacy. Can't wait.
You guys would eventually catch up with the bandits and their leader Henry.
Hey Henry, before we get into town, we should probably have you walk behind us, just so they aren't too scared. Because I don't know how many of these people you've used the toll on, and also the fact that I need to take your shield for now. But
Now look at the symbol on it. Fair enough. Alright, you'll remove the shield and hand it to you. But we'll cover your flank then. They will part to let you guys pass.
by the way, did y'all do the toll to a lot of people in town? Like, do they know y'all?
No, in fact, you are a first attempt.
Well,
We're still
lucky day
innocent,
for y'all.
as it were.
You know, we've had a lot of successful firsts today. Let me just tell you.
No,
Just
you're right, Jermaine.
Successful ambush, successful negotiation, only one dead hunter. Oh, and his friend. Oh, I'm remembering the rocks. It's coming back to me.
Nothing
okay.
bad happened.
Where's
Yeah,
my
I mean-
composure roll? Ooh, why is my composure flat?
Oh my goodness. -3 composure.
I don't understand.
That doesn't make sense.
But I'll figure that out later.
We'll figure that out later.
Keep your composure.
That's why I wasn't wailing when the rock worm hit me.
Alright. Well, with that, the bandit troop will fall in behind you guys, and you guys will eventually... Oh, I'm going to grab you. There we go. Will eventually make your way back into town. Successful in your cockatrice hunt. Alright. Let's see here. Where did I put you guys' tokens on this map? Are you guys on this map, actually? No, you're not. Cool. Makes it easy. Alright. Plopping on into town, you guys would make your way up through a path heading northerly. And... There we are. Bandits behind you. Railing in the rear. The shabby villages and buildings of the town are still standing here, mostly ruined or overgrown or otherwise just they're in poor disrepair. This town has seen better days, and that's clear. But there is what appears to be in the town square, just a bit up ahead. You can kind of see between the alleyways, the buildings, and some of the holes that are in the buildings, because again they're in disrepair. A townsfolk gathering up to form a festival, as it seems Valen Day draws near. So 1 second, I'll be right back.
It's time for me to kill all your characters now that he's gone.
No.
I'll make you fight your evil brother.
That doesn't work on me. I already know he's not real.
Intellectually, you do. But does your subconscious? Mind save now!
My head hurts. No.
You feel 25% of your own hammer hit you in the face. Bonk bonk.
Oof.
Yeah, when you make copies of the people,
It's okay, he's got a 25% chance to hit.
Yeah, we're still ironing out all the details on that.
Yeah.
All right. Among the dilapidated houses, you can see just up ahead, there does appear to be a store. There is a sign up front of the store which appears to hold a bag alongside some coins loosely painted upon it, and some words carved beneath indicating it as Dartmouth's Knickknacks.
This one?
Yes, that one.
Whoa. Hey, there's a store in town. I wonder if they have anything cool.
What, after you spent all our money hiring men?
We didn't spend all of it. We still got 2 gold and 10 silver left. Plus all this stuff that, like the lumber axe that we don't need that we could probably get rid of. And, I'm guessing y'all want the blood and the heart, so I won't get rid of those. But
As you draw closer, you realize what you first thought was just the building being dilapidated is in fact, unfortunately, a closed store. The door is boarded up, as are the windows, which you thought were just because there was a hole. They didn't have, blinds or anything like that. But no, it is in fact closed. To the east, however, along this path, there is yet another shop. This one, likewise, is unfortunately closed up, but bears the symbol of a helmet with a pair of swords kind of crossed behind it. This one is labeled as Wolgrim's Arms.
A rather poor showing, my lord. Business is not quite as it seems, a success.
It's just... Yeah.
All the more
We just
reason
got here.
for the public to embrace a new industry, my lord.
Yeah, and the old industries can come back, probably.
Who better to fence the goods, my lord?
And everyone needs knickknacks and arms. And if there's no one who currently owns it, I mean, we can sell the real estate for something.
I am rather talented. I could probably take up some of the work if it's needed.
Sounds like a great idea. And and maybe the guy or the lady or whoever Wolgram is, maybe they're just at the festival.
I appreciate your optimism. Jermaine, what do you think?
As you kind of round the corner here, you can see up along this long thoroughfare, there is the inn where you met with Raph, who led you into the unfortunate rock slide that was his
R.I.P..
demise. But there's also another building here that seems to have a sign out front. This one, while it doesn't look like it's boarded up, it does look like the lights are off and the smelter of the forge is cold. So you don't think that they're like long-term gone, but something is keeping this store closed, whether that's the festival or something else. But that one bears the symbol of an anvil and a hammer beneath the backdrop of a moon and is marked as the Lunar Steel Forge.
Two? This place used to have 2 forges? Wow. I can tell why they both went out of business. Chime,
Hmm?
what do you think about, the current state of town? Any cool ideas?
What, the shithole?
Well,
I guess
yes.
more money flowing. That's all people ever care about.
That is very true. People do care about that. They need that to kind of, live, buy things like eggs and milk and grain, and sleep.
Smithy will probably like it when you try and buy a bunch of nails.
That's right. We do need nails.
Round in the corner, entering into the town's market square, you can see that there is a larger crowd gathering, having set up many banners and a few poles that you see some ribbons being tied to for traditional folk dance, it seems. There are market stalls. They're actually plenty filled with the local town's harvest, but not a lot of more interesting shopkeepers. However, it does seem like the town's tavern, colloquially known as the pub, is open, and there's plenty of people coming in and out with large mugs of ale. And you can see there's also some people leaving with what appears to be a fish smothered in chocolate.
Oh, it's catching on.
What's catching on? What is that?
The delicacy.
You don't smell it?
Ugh.
I smell fish.
It smells delicious, my lord.
I mean, is it something you've had before?
Okay. Can I roll to see how this smells?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Now, keep in mind, I am an elephant, so
Yes.
this might be a bit biased.
I feel like I'm missing. Oh no, he's right there. I'm just blind. All right. Giving a good old whiff. It definitely is a weird mixture. You think they took you literally and blew out all the stops, and that they raided the former mayor's coffers for what chocolate he did have. So you think the town might probably actually be out of chocolate at this point, unfortunately. But you think they literally just baked a fish and then smothered it in chocolate, and hope that's what you meant.
I mean, baked fish is pretty good, and chocolate's expensive, so I think the townspeople are just going to have to gaslight themselves into loving this.
It's a bit like wine, Chime.
I really hope there's a chef that transforms it into something else. God.
All right.
Maybe we can add cockatrice to the
As you
menu.
enter into the market square itself, a few of the townsfolk will notice you and begin cheering and clapping upon sighting the slain corpse of the monstrous chicken. It is immediately obvious that, one, the town does love their new liege lord, and two, you don't have much of a town. There's maybe like 15 people in the town square.
So it's all the faces from the same
Yes.
encounter of
Yes.
kicking the guy out. Perfect. I'll give him the fanfare like wave and point at the chicken, and then as the cheers start to die down, I'll go over next to Harold and lift up to show that there's a second cockatrice under the first one.
Our liege lord is mighty and fair. He killed the beast. There was two of them.
Yeah, there was two. I mean, Harold and Jermaine and Hale and Chime all helped. We found some friends of the...
Why speaking? One of them isn't dead.
Yeah, I know that. We'll get to that in a second. We killed them both. In fact, we need someone who's the best butcher in town. Who's the best butcher in town? And he'll kind of like point to the crowd, try to do some crowd work.
All right. Let me go see if there's a butcher in town. Let me look at my DM notes. Because that's a question.
And Chime, what kind of person would be the best to drain the blood?
What's that?
The draining the blood. Should the butcher do that, or should you do that, or?
The butcher under supervision. We don't want to make it into sausage. We need that for tonics.
Okay. And what about the kind of the live one? Do we just or does it need to stay alive for a while?
Yes, it needs to stay alive for a very long while.
Okay, so we'll just
All
prepare
right.
one and we'll stick the other one in the director's house for now.
A small
habitation.
halfling woman would step forth from in front of the crowd and will raise a hand. She seems to have a bloodied apron on, and she will raise up a hand. I guess I'm the best butcher in town. Hey, name's Tina. Tina Amberbrand. Pleasure to serve you, my lord.
The pleasure is mine to be served. Tina, why don't you come with me? Everybody else, let's get. I brought some new friends. They've decided to come join us in town. In fact, they want to help keep this town safe and make sure that problems like this don't. Yeah, I know. It's great. I go out and I told you I was going to make this place better. Not only did me and my friends here get rid of 2 cockatrices, but we came back with another level of security. Bill, or Billy, Robert, Theodore, William, and Francis, they're going to be the main guards in town. So get familiar with them, mingle a little bit, but not too much. Don't have too much fun without us. And Tina will come with us, and we'll get this party started. By the way, where's the biggest kitchen or fire? Anybody?
Some older gentleman who seems to be missing one eye and has a crazed wild hair would kind of poke his hand up. That would be up by the pub, my lord. Yeah, the pub.
Perfect. What's your name? Were you the guy that lost your eye to the raccoon?
That would be true, my lord, yes.
Yes, sorry about that.
A mighty, fierce beast. I tussled them with them for days, in fact.
That's a story I would.
You feel like he's like.
But we got a cockatrice to cook for y'all. And we'll be right back. Y'all have fun with your chocolate fish.
All right. You'll see the quote unquote guards will begin to outsource and mingle, and those who are a bit keener of eyed will see them start kind of enjoying the festivities, taking food, partaking in drink, and not so much focusing on the defense of the town. But they're not here as guards technically.
First, you have to get them to like the town, so that they might actually defend it, as opposed to join whatever raiders are attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next coin purse that comes along. Tina, would you know anything about this tavern here?
That would be
Pub.
the pub, I guess. Not too much to say about it. It isn't too special in any which way, but well, I mean, it's got okay drink. It's got the only real big kitchen in town, so for most of us, really go to eat.
Sure. Chime, and Hale, I don't know if you want to also... Actually, who would be the best to kind of assist Tina here with getting the blood and goodies out of this bird? Because we need to... we can only serve one bird today. The other has to be used for something else, right, guys?
That's right.
Yeah.
Myself, Ohio, I'm quite talented.
Great. All right, how about this? You two take that bird, and then me and Hale and Jermaine, if you want to come with us, can deal with the other bird to make sure it gets stored safely.
An excellent plan, my lord.
Great. Tina, would you happen to know if the town director's house has like a basement?
I believe it does, my lord.
Perfect. Yeah, Hale, we'll just we'll probably guys, we'll take the other bird down there.
Right. Should I begin plucking this one then, my lord?
Y'all take that one, and we'll take this one. And I will,
And make sure not to spill a drop of its blood. Collect all of it.
yeah, we need it. We found some poor souls who were turned to stone, and Chime here believes that the blood can be used to bring them back. I think Chime or Jermaine or one of y'all.
I'm pretty sure Jermaine said it first.
Yeah, it's Jermaine. Jermaine's he's the magical wizard. I should have obviously.
I will see to it that we do not lose a single drop, my lord.
All right, you two have fun.
Right, and they will make their way into the pub.
Okay, question, DM.
Yes.
Can the elephant fit in the pub?
The doors are double, so you could fit. You do have to bend low to
Excellent.
kind of enter, but you can fit. All right, and since
y'all
you're
don't
going
have to-
inside, a lot of these buildings are a lot shittier than what this is about to look like, but production value.
Whoa!
Ooh.
I love the idea of us putting the cockatrice in the town director's basement.
Oh, and leave the cockatrice some like fresh food. I don't know what kind, but like it was sucking out the life from plants. I don't think it like dried.
Hale, do you think it liked your corn, right?
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we could just leave the corn with it.
All right. So, as the cockatrice is sent to the basement of the former mayor's manor, it's easy enough to set them down there. The door isn't even locked, to be honest. The basement.
Yeah, we'll put the unconscious one in there. It's still kind of tied up and manacled, whatever, and then we'll find some way to lock the door.
Excellent. For those who, go ahead.
And we'll probably also put some boxes in front of it to where it's like blocked.
Of
Just to be
course.
safe.
All right. Securing the cockatrice is fairly easy, considering it is helpless and unconscious. As boxes are placed to further secure the location and block the door. For those who make their way into the pub, you can see it has a few more people coming in and out. Maybe like 2 more villagers that you didn't see in the town square. Each of which are carrying a tray holding a mug, the tray of which contains a chocolate fish. Behind the bar, which you can see looks directly into the kitchen, kind of like an open-faced bar section here, is what appears to be a half-orcish man, dressed in simple clothes, though they are dyed happy colors. His shirt is nearly tie-dyed, but you think that might be because of stains mixed with fading colors, mixed with perhaps something else. Like maybe he tried re-dyeing it and it failed, but it's almost like he's wearing a tie-dye shirt. But he would kind of like look over, using just like a pitcher full of molten chocolate and kind of like pour over another fish. He looks up. Oh, yes, I see. Our fair lord's returned with his companion. What can I do for his herald?
We've got the prize of the peace right here. And he turns to the side and reveals the dead body of the carcass still tied to him.
Oh, I see. Well, let's get that down and set up for baking and the like.
Not so hasty. We've got some extraction we need to perform first.
Kind of jump up, raising her hand. Yeah, I need to pluck it first and all that. Oh, right. Well, come on round back, Tina. We'll get you on in and we'll get this set for you. You fine folks, feel free to take up a squat and have a mug of ale and some chocolate fish. Oh, I guess you can just come around.
Just walks in, crosses her arm, and like in the back room.
Hell, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to fit back there to assist with the
Move this.
the bloodletting.
Here you guys go.
Maybe you can reach in through the window or something.
Does it look like Harold can fit through back to the kitchen?
Not your current size, I'm afraid.
If I complete a short rest, I will get enough mana and I can size Harold down.
Well, if you guys wanted to spend a short rest during the bandits packing up camp, you could have.
Alright then.
I have a plan that is more hilarious.
Oh god, I think I see where this is going.
Let's just cut it open out here. It's not hard to have her. It's already horrible.
No, I'm hitting Harold. I'm making Harold one size smaller.
Oh, I'm not sure about this, Chime. It's gonna bring back some memories of my wee little Harold.
Really? Look, it'll only make you smaller for like 10 minutes. Then you'll get trapped in a room and people wonder how the elephant got in there. And I'll have to shut you down.
That would
You
be
don't
rather
talk
funny.
about that.
Do I need to make the whale songs again?
Yes, you do.
Oh boy. Oh. Oh. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy.
Okay, I cast reduce stat. I use the size shift on him and push it down. Ah, that's a lot. I only go one size smaller, man.
This is unsettling, to say the least.
It is, wow. Trem will take the statue off him because I'm not sure you can hold it as easily anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's within my in my overweight capacity, so I could lift it off you, put it as a centerpiece.
Speaking of which, give me an evade save to see if you can catch it in time.
God, no.
Can I assist this as I'm shrinking?
Give
that
me
a
a
thing?
body save.
Okay.
Just trying to find my saves. There we go. Wait, that's mom.
Easy.
All right. Well, there's no assistance from Harold, unfortunately, as they are just not used to their bodies suddenly being reduced to half of its size. However, with your quick speed and keen thinking, realizing the statue's about to fall off and tumble and potentially break something, you are able to maneuver in just in time to grasp hold of the statue and lay it down gently.
No, you can't break yet. Not until we make you flesh again.
And then we'll break ya.
Then all bets are off.
Probably shouldn't say that.
All right. So, as you guys begin to push into the kitchen area, Tina would kind of kneel down next to the barkeep, and they'll begin to dress and pluck free the cockatrice in preparation for, well, harvesting of blood and whatnot. So, if there's anyone who wants to assist, you guys can give me a render check.
Yes, I do. Can we both assist, or is it just one?
You can both assist.
Render is a utility skill. Render.
All right. Well, you might not assist on all of them, Harold, but you do assist on some of them. So, we're just going to go down the list with Tina's skill as they will begin to harvest. Let's see here. They would have a bonus of that, I believe, and then the kitchen.
Don't like being small like this. It's
And then
unpleasant and
your successful harvest.
frightening.
Go on all but the eyes and the venom. Okay, so third to last and the last one. So this is for the bones, this is for the sinew, the feathered pelt, the leather, the eye. They do not get both assists on this. They only get one of them. The blood. Ooh. And then for the venom sac. If you want, since this is being made on your behalf, you can use inspiration on any of those rolls.
Throw an inspiration on the blood.
All right. Reroll blood. That would have been up. Wow.
Wow, a 1.
Would have been one higher, but unfortunately, that is a sadness roll right there. If you have any more inspiration, you can roll it again, but right now she's actually at 11.
I don't think we do.
Come on, overexert yourself.
Jake would be the only one that would have it.
All right, well, as you kind of goad her into trying to really hard as she remembers the words of her liege lord, don't spill a drop. She wipes her brow and pushes hard to try to overexert. And she succeeds, and she does not lose permanent stamina, and she will get a reroll. Whew. All right.
The people in the background, Trem in the background, sharpening a knife.
You just hear a heavy hammer drop to the floor. Oh, whoops.
So, I'm going to be slapping you guys down some loot in just a moment as she harvests the cockatrice that has been slain. Let's see here. With a 17, she would be able to get that much of those. She'll get that. Let's see, for the feathered pelt, she has a 26. That gets all 5 on the easy clap. So she was able to pluck all the feathers without issue. The leather, she has an 11.
Feather for each of us.
She'll be able to get 6 pounds of that. For the eyes, she has an 18. Which is enough to get one of the eyes. Unfortunately, the other one was a little too damaged during the combat. For the venom sac, she has a 19, which is enough to get the venom sac. And for the blood, she has a 27, which is enough to get all droplets of blood. She has successfully harvested every last drop of the cockatrice's blood, giving you guys 5 doses of cockatrice blood.
Perfect. Plenty to fail alchemy checks with.
Yes. So,
Brilliant work, Annie.
I did my best. She wipes her brow. Whew, that was harder than I was expecting.
Let me going for a second, just with the jar of blood you almost dropped, but
It was close, but I did manage to save it, and we're looking good. We're looking good. Alright, is there anything else you need my help with?
I have a ditch I need you to dig.
May I guess and dig a ditch? I'm not particularly skilled at digging holes, but...
Yeah, well, there's a dead body at the bottom of this one that we have to pull out.
Oh. Right. Well, suppose I'll see to that then. She will move over to the nearby wash station and begin rinsing her hands from all the blood that was on them. And, where should I... Just in the graveyard, or...
Oh no, it's out in the woods, so you're gonna make a left
Oh.
turn. You're gonna see a pile of rocks.
Come on.
At the bottom of the pile of rocks, there'll probably be some blood around it.
It's
And
like
at that
a 10-hour journey. Just
That's when
never-
Leopold walks into the pub.
Okay, I suppose I can head out to the woods then and find this body?
no, just
Yep,
finish.
that's gonna be, what was his name again? Bernie?
Raph, I
Perhaps
think-
dead?
Barry?
How'd the cockatrice go? I see that y'all gotten done.
We need to hold a, what do they call them? Vigil?
Yeah,
For
we
what?
want to bury him, so, go get him.
You might call it a funeral.
Who we burying? What's going on?
They just
Harry.
dropped the bag about Riff.
Riff!
Oh!
That was his name.
No, it's Raph. Raph and his friend Barry.
I knew one of them was named Barry.
Yeah, they're both dead. But you know what? We can.
That's horrible.
I was
Gonna
going to
bring
make
him
an
back.
announcement. I was going to make an announcement at the feast, and then we can go collect them tomorrow after everyone.
Sweet.
I want a
Don't need to grab
joyous
them now.
occasion. No, not right now. No.
Okay.
No.
Whew.
But you don't want to be in the woods in the dark digging up dead bodies.
Not particularly.
I mean, we will need to retrieve them at some point, probably. What's left?
Yes, of course. We would want them to rise.
Wait, they do that around here?
But,
Yeah.
Oh, that's why, well, we haven't had a priest in some time, but when we did, they always said to make sure to consecrate the bodies, lest something bad happens. Gotta send them to the afterlife. Don't want them wandering around, do ya?
It's okay. Bernie, he only has half a body anyway. The other one's crushed under some rocks. He's basically just juice at this point.
Should be fine then,
Yeah.
says the commoner.
Does anyone? Yeah. Does anyone? Tina, do you know anyone who would know more about that whole like dead coming back thing?
Well, well, we haven't had a priest in some time now. They were sent off to, well, the big city. And, well, our old apothecary will be the next one. But, well, she was
I'd like to.
killed.
Oh.
Yes, I'm afraid. We were attacked not too far back, and during the attack, her shop was set aflame and she died in the fire.
I see. Okay. Well, let's no more bad news. Let's do good news for now. We'll do a little bit bad news with the food.
For
right?
good news, I got all the blood. Not a drop lost.
Perfect. We can work on getting those stone people not to stone. There's a really heavy one back in the cave, though we'll probably have to go deal with at some point. But for now, let's cook that bird up and go get some chocolate fish. That smelled really new. And Harold, Harold, what happened?
I'm trying new things, my lord.
Oh, right, Harold, you should probably leave soon.
What
Yeah.
you mean, Chime?
I mean, like, that's temporary. I don't want you ruining the dishes. You'd be pretty funny.
It's rather wise there, Chime. I think you're right.
Oh, yes, please. I would rather not have to, make more dishes.
Well, y'all get that bird cooking. The team, do you mind if we take a moment real quick? Tina, you can go back to enjoying your time. I just need to talk to the guy, the crew.
Jake, if
For
you're
a bit.
talking, by the way.
Hello. How about now?
I hear
There you
you.
go.
Hi. Okay, perfect.
Before I go, mind if I have a fish?
Certainly, we're most welcome for one, as well as a mug of ale if you like.
You know what? I will try a fish too.
What a knowledge check would it be to figure out about the dead rising? Would it be arcane?
Be religion.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Wait. Yep. Oh no. Yeah.
Yep. Oh no.
So if I don't have religion knowledge, can I just roll a knowledge check, or would this be another thing?
You can roll me a local check to get, like, common knowledge about it. Religion would be more, like, in-depth.
It's really funny. I don't have local
I see.
or religion.
Well, what lores do you have? And you might be able to roll untrained.
I have arcane, material, planes, and psyche. I think I should have more, but I don't know if
You
I
definitely
forgot.
should have more.
Yeah.
No, what lore, not expertise.
Oh, what lore do I
lores.
have? Okay. Illusions, court mage, alchemy, Nemeri Citadel of High Arts, magical texts, illusions. I probably should add a couple more because I probably have more to this character. Probably gonna add some psychology.
Right. Well, unfortunately, with the list of lores and your lack of expertise, you're unable to roll. You have no idea why the undead rise, but you know that they do, because that's what they just said.
So true. It does happen. She said it.
Such a powerful affirmation. It happens.
Yeah. So Leopold will take a chocolate fish and gesture for everyone to come outside with him, and like a little bit away from the pub, and, like the direct traffic of people.
How does this fish taste?
Yeah, how
I
does the fish
mean-
taste?
It's not great, but it's not surprisingly not bad. The chocolate edition is a little strange, but it kind of grows on you the more you bite.
Excellent.
Cool.
Addiction gained.
Oh god. Oh no.
Weird.
This is just good enough that they're gonna try and do this again.
These people are totally poor. They're gonna eat anything, and it's gonna be delicious. It's
You
great.
think most of them are eating it because most of them have never had chocolate in their lives. This is the first time.
Yeah, yeah. But no, this is the problem. If we do recover this town economically, that it's just going to become one of those delicacies you have on holidays that are garbage. It'll be the fucking fruitcake. What have you done?
You know, chocolate should, in fact, clash with my taste buds in my mouth. Like, they should strike me as if I was being punched in my taste buds as I have a fish alongside it. This makes sense.
There's nothing greater than a chocolate herring.
Yeah.
What if instead of actual fish next year, you have like a chocolate mold where you could have a fish made out of chocolate instead of actual fucking fish covered in chocolate?
I feel like you're losing the point here.
No, I think I'm getting
It
the
sounds
point.
disgusting, Jermaine. Why
I
would
think
you
we
eat
can-
just chocolate?
We can workshop something. Anyways, so
There's
the
no
cockatrice.
nutrition there.
I have a toffee tuna recipe if you want to try that next year.
Hale, you have some great ideas.
Leopold suppresses a gag.
He throws up in his mouth. Jermaine.
Nice. Anyways, the cockatrice is in the basement of the director's house. I put a little corn down, and it was still sleeping, and I locked the door and put some boxes in front of it. But the real thing I want to talk to you all about is the fact that, what the hell do we do now?
So, time for a little who's who.
Oh, speaking of that question, as we zoom out for the town map, you'll notice that there are several icons. Some of them might have questionable things about them in that they have potential quests. There's more quests that might be happening, but that'll be after a downtime. But for right now, you know that there is the old apothecary up to the north that you passed, which is supposedly haunted by the old apothecary Fenix's spirit. You can click on the each of these icons, by the way, and I'll tell you about them. You know that the Lunar Steel Forge, while it is closed down because the old smith is... it's not closed down because he's missing or anything like that, which the other forge does have a missing smith. He is simply ill. Dagon has taken ill. So there's perhaps something there. You know that down to the south at Dartmouth's Knickknacks, the halfling Dartmouth was called in to speak with the Lord Regent and has not been seen since, and that was 4 weeks ago. And lastly, Wolfgrim's Arms, the arms and armor trader of Wolf Creek, has been abandoned as Wolgrim, the smith who handled all the arms and armor here, he has been missing for some time. So long, in fact, that people can't really remember exactly when he disappeared. But the shop has been closed ever since. So there's some potential things you guys can look to, as you know that you have a general store, an arms and armor store, a smithy that would, provide you guys the forged materials for your armors and armor smith to do stuff, as well as the apothecary, which would be your herbalist and alchemist hut, basically your healer. You have 4 major shops in town that simply just don't have anything functioning right now. You have your general market that can handle basic foods and stuff, or basic adventuring gear, but nothing really specialized. So until these shops are restored, your town is pretty sad. There's also openings because a lot of these buildings are just run down and vacant. That you guys could recruit other shopkeepers to move into town, but you'll have to give them a reason to do so. So that might be another thing that you guys could do on your wish list of tasks. Outside of that, obviously you guys have a cockatrice in the basement of the former mayor's manor. That might cost stuff to happen, depending on it if I roll really good when it tries to break out.
Yeah, we really do need to find a better storage place for that.
What about this upper right hand? Well, look at that.
Wow, that is the creator of this
birdie.
map, Birdie. They do great stuff. Check them out on Patreon. Yeah. When you guys expand your town, I will be making it a version of this map that is expanded, because right now this is just the rundown version, and there's a custom map, which will be when you guys repair things.
Yes, probably somewhere more secure. Chime, it's great that you've heard all these. I'm guessing since Chime was here before us and was like sent ahead.
Yeah. They would have a
Chime.
laydown of the missing folks and whatnot.
Half the shopkeepers have just gone missing or fallen ill.
Yeah. Well, we can start with the one that seems the easiest first and work our way from there. What do y'all think?
I think we start from the forge, because that's gonna be kind of the supply of everybody else. You can't really get knickknacks or, general goods when you don't even have someone that can make you a horseshoe.
Also, he's still alive.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what I'm thinking.
we may need an apothecary in order to fix him.
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about that, Jermaine, and well, actually, I was going to talk to y'all about a few things. But Jermaine, do you think there's anything to that whole like ghost and people rising from the dead? Like, I mean, if they still want to be a part of the town, should we just let them be a part of the town, or I don't really know how it works.
So, look, you have people who have stopped existing because they're dead for a while. So, you're probably gonna have either. I don't really know if the whole soul coming back into the body thing, their spirit wants to be here or not. And then you have to also. Actually, petrified is maybe not truly dead. I don't know. I haven't studied it, but I would say this: you're introducing people who have been gone for a while back into a town, just like these guards. Air quotes. You just gotta give them a reason to join. Otherwise, you just gotta figure out if they actually are better dead.
Oh, I mean that sounds reasonable.
So as for the apothecary problem, there's a good chance that it's not a ghost and there's something probably there. Hopefully, they just like hid. There was like a secret basement or something like that, and we just didn't see it when we walked by, and they're just like hidden under it, or it could be any sorts of issue or problem. Um, but if they aren't there, I can always send for help. He will look at him and squint. It won't be cheap.
Yeah, there's a reason why I didn't talk about pay with those guards. I don't know what money we have because I don't think we have any. Well, actually, no.
I will
That
send
whole
for help from home.
oh, yeah. I don't think we're ready for that yet because we kind of have to, give something in return. And
I'm just saying,
unless,
there's an opportunity, maybe recruit somebody from there as well to work within your town.
I mean, the easier we can kind of, invite your family to come and be a part of the community, the easier it'll be to, do the thing that Harold told me not to talk about publicly.
Okay. Well, options are here. We do need to find the apothecary, more than likely, to fix the cold, to get the blacksmith running, so that we can also make, some sort of confinement for the bird of prey currently in the mayor's basement.
Yes, and if it is pregnant, it'll want somewhere comfortable, otherwise it'll probably cannibalize its babies.
Yeah, I think so. Well, one, we should enjoy the party. Two, we should have a rotation of someone to go check on the bird and kind of give it on the head just to make sure it stays asleep. And three, we should kind of ask around to find out. I think the apothecary is a good call. We can ask around if anyone has any stories about it or when they've seen the ghost, and then also ask if there's like a old bank that had a vault or a secure like armory building that's like run down but has metal doors. We could kind of put the bird in there tonight.
Like a jail.
A jail would be perfect. Yeah, a jail. But between now and then, let's have some fun. I will go see the director about what sort of funds we have available. While y'all, get to know the people and show them what we can do. Everybody, hands in. He sticks his hand out.
Harold
Well,
reaches out his
What is this?
trunk.
Come on, everybody, hands in. Harold, you got the idea.
Harold is just giving you Eskimo kisses.
Hale, you too. Come on, put your hand in.
Okay.
Okay, cousin, thank you. Jermaine, you're going to join us?
A 25% real version of Jermaine puts his hand in, and Jermaine goes invisible. He pulls sort of a Mirage from Apex Legends type of deal.
Nice.
Great, Jermaine. See, Jermaine's on board. Chime, come on, you're the only one holding out.
Really?
Yep, come on. Everybody together.
Put your hand on someone else's hand.
Orden to foster a community
Of
of
course, my
kinship.
lord.
Yeah.
All right, House Valen on 3. 1, 2, 3, House Valen!
House
Valen.
All right, y'all go enjoy yourselves.
All right. With that, as the group breaks from their conversation, I assume there's a few things you guys would want to do, but since you're wanting to talk with the director, as that is his new title that you have given him, about fundings for the town, he would be found in his office within the manor house, not partaking in the festivities. He seems to be sulking.
How could this have happened to this poor man? Why, what's he so sad about? Everyone's so happy.
Yeah, Leopold will stride in, chipper, holding a half-eaten chocolate fish,
Excellent.
and a mug of ale, and say, yes, don't tell me, Regis, yes, Regis, I see that have you enjoyed the festivities around us?
Kind of like heads to the door. But of course, my lord, they have been most festivious. Yes.
Oh, don't look so down, Regis. It's fun. We killed the cockatrice.
Well, that's
fact, we
certainly an
found two of them.
improvement. Two of them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I wanted to be a surprise, but you have a new roommate.
Oh, good lords.
Yep, it's in the basement.
Why? Excuse me, my lord. I meant, is that a good idea?
Well, temporarily. I mean, is there a more secure place in the town that we can put it?
In the town for a beast of that size? No.
Yes. Like a jail? We don't have a jail?
We have a paddy wagon.
Do we have like an old armory?
We do have an old armory, but it's just a shop. Your ancestral home does have a dungeon in its basement, but it's kind of in ruins.
Is there like a secure-ish building in town that is more secure and complete than your basement?
Well, suppose the best option you'd have would probably be the... no, that would be good. Oh, well, it could be that. I'd say the best choice would probably be the smelters.
The smelters.
Yes, the building is made of stone and has solid doors that are reinforced. The only issue is the windows that allows fresh air to blow through it. But those are fairly high up, so unless the beast can, fly that far within close contraption, perhaps a ball and chain might help with that.
See, this is why you're town director.
Of course, my lord.
And retirement looks great on you.
Certainly, my lord.
Okay, well, I have a few other things to talk with you about. I've got some guards, hired some town guards.
Oh.
Yeah, we got 5 of them, ish.
Oh.
Technically 8, but 5 are the best at it, from what I can tell from their skill set.
Right. Well, that is good news then, I guess, my lord. Having guards in town
definitely.
will keep us safe from any further incursions.
Yep, they'll also be staying here with us.
By here, do you mean in town, or?
No, physically here in this building.
I see, my lord.
Yeah, I mean, you got the space for it, right? I mean, look at this place, it's massive.
It is certainly spacious, my lord.
Yeah, so we could put down a few bedrolls. I mean, they can, take up some space. I mean, the other 3 will also probably stay here for a bit until their skills kind of lie. I mean, they can also manage. I'll probably keep Henry as, guard captain, and the other 2, I think, we might utilize them to hunt some game and help, bring some, food back into the region to help show people that it's a little safe to go in the woods still.
Fine idea, that, my lord.
Yeah. Another thing is, we'll also be staying here with you because
I recall
we're all
that.
friends. Yeah. So, and then also, money. That's a thing.
Ah, the town's coffers, I suppose.
Yeah. What is that looking like?
Well, it's not great, my lord. Let me just pull up the old ledger. Takes a seat at the desk or at the table here. Drawing forth
And your
parchments.
account as well. I'll need to see those numbers.
Right, my lord.
Yeah. I mean, just bookkeeping. It's what my cousin told me I have to do. I have to check everyone's books, and since you're Regis, gotta start with you.
Right. Makes sense, my lord. Yeah, for my ledgers and my own personal finances, those are within my office. I can get those in a moment. As for the town's finances, I figured you might be asking for those upon your return, so I did have them on my person. So you'll unfurl a book from his coat pocket. place it upon the table and slide it towards you. Suppose I should go get the others, unless you would like a layout of what we have on the books.
Yeah, we can probably go over that sort of stuff. What others are you referring to, though?
Well, you want my personal finances.
Oh yeah. Let's go over this first, and then we'll go over your personal finances. And I want to get a lay of the general land first. You can kind of paint me that picture.
Right. Well, currently the town of Wolf Creek has only 2 real forms of industry. Those being pub and inn. You get some form of income for the town. And of course there is our farming business, fishery, as it were, but...
And what of the farms that we kind of passed through that had the rats and the explosion?
Well, those farms do produce some, mostly there to sustain the town, I'm afraid. Much of the troubles with the beast and the raiders have left us short-staffed, and many of our farms have been burnt on the southern side. So at the moment, until next harvest, we are looking at enough to sustain the town.
Got it.
In terms of what our coffers look like currently, we do have 3,000 gold available. That could be enough to restore a few buildings for houses, or a shop, if you have an idea for what you're wanting for, or perhaps something else.
Okay, good to know. So you said 3,000 gold.
Yes.
And then you said we got the inn. And who owns the inn, by the way?
Let's see here. The inn is ran by Betham, my lord.
Betha. And the pub is owned by
Ruluthar.
Ruthar. Leopold will take some notes. And then you said the fishery and the farm. Who owns those?
Well, for the fishery, let's see here. Oh, wrong view. Here we are. The world map, because I believe they're marked on here.
I see a vision. We're 6+ months into this campaign. We've conquered the entire island, and we've memorized the name of every inhabitant, including their pets.
You joke. I'm literally. If you check the what is it, the item lab item lab. I'm keeping track of all the NPCs on the NPC tracker.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's funny. The idea of like, what if we do this the entire game? It was like, and your name, and yours,
The
and
only reason I'm asking
yours.
this is because I need to know the owners of industry in the first few places for when.
I mean, this is our like our base,
This is
our hometown, where we're starting. Yeah.
Well, for the farm that is still successful, Brandybuck Farm, you passed through it on the way in. You have some of their workers in some of the lesser farms, but the main one is Brandybuck, and that one is owned by Argold. Now, as for the fishery, that one is run by Lisbeth.
Lisbeth. Got it. Okay. So, inn, pub, fishery, and Brandybuck Farm are the only things. And Brandybuck is the only thing keeping us from starving.
Correct, my lord.
Hopefully, that will be lightened by the fact that we now have 2 skilled individuals, probably 3, probably 4, maybe 5, depending on if Tony and the guys, need some help, who can go and get us some game from the woods. I'm allowed to hunt those woods, right? Those are mine?
Those ones... let me just grab this real quick. No, I was on the wrong layer. The Wolf's Woods are, at least the northern section, are under your domain, my lord. Yes.
Cool. We can hunt those and figure stuff out. And then, I have some experience fishing myself. I grew up as a fisherman, so I can, see if there's anything to be done at the fishery to kind of help that moving along. This is a really nice place. He'll look around again. DM, I want to appraise. I have lore, fine goods,
Mm-hmm.
and I also have smuggling lore, and I want to appraise.
Excellent.
the
Roll me an
stuff around
appraise.
me. Cool. Did we short rest, by the way?
You would have had done so while the bandits were gathering up their camp.
Okay, so I just wanted to see if I was still injured. Sadly, I still am. Cool. Still wounded. Alright. Appraising check.
All right. Looking around the former mayor's manor house, much of the decor, while somewhat rustic, you can tell is finely made. It definitely looks like even some of the more decorative items, so less of the furnishings and like some of the paintings around here, are a little perhaps above his station. You think, looking at this, there's no way he could afford all this on his salary. Either he inherited this manor, which is possible, or he's been skimming. Because there's no way. You think that if you were to like clean house and sell everything in here, you probably net another 10,000 gold.
So, over triple the amount of money we have currently?
Yes.
Okay, that is definitely an idea that passes by Leopold's brain as he kind of looks around. Yeah, this place is really nice. You've done quite well for yourself, your family has.
Well, we were regents of this town for quite some time, my lord. Been through many troubles and good times as well.
Yeah, I bet you also maybe had a few trolls, if you know what I'm talking about.
Sure, my lord.
Yeah, just a little, noble humor, trolls and stuff. So I think that we could do a lot of good here, and, I actually have a fun idea that I'm going to announce to everyone at the feast, and I would love for you to be there. I mean, we're having cockatrice, so you don't want to miss out.
Would I not be better served seeing to the books, my lord?
We can go over it tomorrow. I think it'd be good for everyone to see you, what with your new role and the fact that, you've done so much good for the community, and I'm sure everyone wants to see you, ex-mayor, now retired director.
All right.
Plus,
Plus, my lord.
I'll be making a few announcements, a few sad ones. Poor Raph didn't make it back with us.
Oh, that is most unfortunate, my lord.
But, a few fun and joyous ones.
Well, I suppose wouldn't hurt. We'll push the chair back and rise.
That's the spirit. And, so I will lead him out to enjoy the festivities.
All right.
Until the bird is wheeled out.
So, is there anything the other portions of the group would like to do while that was happening?
There is something. This is kind of a more general thing. We passed through forest, right?
Yes.
The Wolf Creek, I think, forest. Is that what it's called?
The Wolfswood.
Wolfswood. There we go. And this place, this town, looks like shit.
Yes.
What what is the quality of the lumber such that like we could actually use some of the wood to fix this place up? Like, is it building material? And I do have appraise if that's a thing that I can do to like.
Appraise could work. Knowledge material will be best, but you could use appraise.
I do have knowledge material as well. Adventure knowledge.
All right.
Just not rolling well today, it seems.
A lot of the forests, a lot of the trees within the forest are. They're not like the best building material, but they're not the worst. And there's certainly trees out in the forest a bit further south that you did notice off in the distance while you're up on the hill. Being crushed by boulders and trying to avoid them. That if you were to set a lumber camp there, you guys could get some pretty good timber for reconstructing the town. You'd have to spend some capital to invest in a lumber mill, but once done, well, you'd certainly be pretty good at repairing a lot of things here.
And as far as we know, the two like woodsmen of the town are now dead.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
Yes.
That's kind of all I wanted to look into. I think that might be something we should try. So.
You can also roll me a knowledge local check if you have it.
I believe I do. Let me double check. Sure do.
Maybe the whale noises would help me think a bit more heavily. Oh,
All right. With 21, as you do your chanting, you do recall, as you were kind of studying the area in preparation for your new gig, south of the current county that you guys are in, there is the southern part of the Wolfswood Forest. In there, along the river, under House Kapoor's domain, so it is not technically in your control, is another lumber mill, which technically does flow into your river. If you guys were feeling a little skullduggery, or perhaps a little mischievous, you might be able to recruit some folk from there, or perhaps sabotage, or perhaps buy it out, or something. Who knows what you guys plan with that, but you do know there is a lumber mill already tied to this river, which is where Raph and Barry worked.
Are we upriver or downriver from?
You guys are downriver.
Interesting.
We could get them to float logs.
They could float logs. We could
I was
steal
thinking-
logs and float them down to us.
Or we could just pay them to float like every fourth log to us.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
my thought was, we just if we were upriver, we just dam the river and hold the water hostage.
Yeah, sadly we are down.
So for this, let me just make it visible. Let's see here. Anything else I need to make visible? You guys would know about that. You guys would know about that. You guys would have learned about hillock farm being burnt, so that one's notable. Cool. Okay, that's everything I need to make visible. Okay, here is the region map. Once it loads.
Icespire Keep.
Yeah.
How far of a travel? How long did it take to travel to the cave?
Not too long. Like a couple hours at most. If you look
Okay.
at the map, each hex, if you control G, is half a mile. So from town to the cave, like 6 miles, 7 miles, depending on the path you took. You guys went a bit faster because you guys did take the hill path. And unfortunately survived the rock slide. But on the way back, you guys took the safer path, and it was a little bit more of a travel. So, you know. Anyways, you guys are back in town within Wolf Creek. You guys have the Brandybuck Farm. These are all the farms that kind of like lead into town, and some of the ones that are a bit south of it. That one is run by the aforementioned Argold. The Echo Creek Cave is where you guys killed the cockatrice. You guys have far to the south, more in the domain of your liege lord, the Lord Marvellin, would be the. I fucking can't click on it. My thing's. Okay, there we go. The Hillock Farm, which is this icon down here, that one you know is part of the farms that were burnt by the raiders. But you also know of the lumber mill over here. The lumber mill, which is not clickable, so let me fix that for you guys, is run by a Marcus Hall. And that one leads from this river, from the lake, past your town. You guys can build another lumber mill a bit closer, or you can take it over, or you can do some skullduggery. There's a lot of options. It's just something that you now know about.
Would I know the reputation? You said his name was Marcus?
Yes.
Would I know anything about his reputation?
You would know with a 21 that he is considered a very to-the-point kind of man. Very structured and rigid. Almost militaristic in how he runs his lumber mill. So many of his fellow workers view him as kind of a hard ass.
Okay. That is good to know.
Yeah. That's what you would learn.
I have a question.
Yes.
The Echo Creek Cave. Would we be able to quarry that place?
You could potentially build a quarry there, yes.
Because that would also provide some building materials, because a lot of our places are made of stone.
Mm-hmm.
And with the mill upriver, you float logs to the quarry for their, use. When, you got to shore up stuff, and then you just keep floating them down with, sometimes with rafts.
Yeah, like barges and stuff.
Yeah, do barges full of quarried material down to us.
Yes. So, with that knowledge gained, is there anything anyone else would like to do while Leopold is in their conversation with the former mayor?
I would be looking for things like if there's any studies or little like libraries or books or things around.
I'm afraid you're in the wrong town.
I thought so. But I think he's like peeking in the windows and being like, just fucking Regis have like a little personal library?
Regis would have a single bookshelf.
I read every book on the shelf, DM. What does it say? No.
You are invisible. You
Because
could 100% be in his house looking through his stuff while we're talking.
I mean, I am tempted, but the thing is, one, I guess I could cast invisibility on a book, but then I couldn't see the book to read it, and he would be able to see it as I do that.
Were we near the bookshelf?
No, the bookshelf was in his study.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Let's say I do that, and I pick a random book. I think I'm just trying to learn about, instead of give me a random book with random knowledge, I think he's trying to see, how did this town become so dilapidated and fucked? Because originally, it had all of these buildings that weren't fucked, and now it's fucked.
It's true. All right. Looking around, you would find a book that does seem somewhat likely to have the information you're looking for, as it seems to be a history or a current events book regarding Wolf's Creek. Within said book, some of the past is not super relevant right now. A lot of just like the basic foundings of the town. Supposedly there was a ranger and his wolf companion who were injured here and found a special part of the forest that was particularly safe, and they were able to recover naturally, as something about this place felt like it restored their spirits. So they built a town here. Beginning first with a well, kind of based off the natural spring that they live by, which is where that fountain, the center of town, is about.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So that's kind of like the first start of like the founding it. Skipping a bit of ahead, it seems this town from its founding kind of like booming up a little bit because of the innate fishing holes in the area. A lot of them were like just perfect breeding grounds. The almost pristine and how crystal clear the waters were. And because of this, a lot of fishermen kind of moved into the area. You believe, just kind of reading from it, that this major industry boom really helped set the town on the map as a trading hub. However, that then did lead into other things. As the town eventually grew and grew, certain people moved in, smiths, armorers, alchemists, even a priest at one point, who kind of like became the town's priest, other shopkeepers as well. But eventually, because of this boom, the town was seen as juicy and filled with treasure, and was raided by the southern invaders from Rukaja, which is
The
many...
dwarves?
The dwarves, yes!
Oh no!
So many of the town's buildings were actually put to the torch, which is why many of them are broken or crumbled. And some of them were just simply battered down, and like much of the furnishings were broken and wrecked because of this raid. A lot of its wealth was taken, several people were slain, and from there, a lot of people kind of like, for fear, began like complaining, and then eventually moved out because a lot of the guards were slain during the attack. They've only were attacked once by the Rukaja raiders. Ever since then, the entire island's king was able to push the raiders back and keep the town safe, as the navy of the king is quite formidable. But the town did have other problems. There was bandits that began to form from the displacement of the lack of shops and then, viable jobs in town. There were issues with beasts from the wilds that began to move forth for whatever reason, some of which caused issues. There is said to be a tribe of kobolds that decided to raid the town, most recently, in fact, which is, I believe, if I scroll back up, if I remember correctly, pretty sure it was the alchemist who got killed by them, but let me just double check my DM notes, because I thought it was in the map, but I don't think it's in the map. Let's see here.
You're sweet. How long ago was the dwarven raid?
The dwarven raid would have been about, let's see here, 7 years ago. So it's been some time since they last attacked. They've been like trying to raid other places on the island, but this place only was hit once.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, indeed. It does look like the old apothecary Fennec was slain during the past attack from the kobolds, and that one was not too long ago.
All right.
There were some other things, other issues with people going disappearing. Apparently, the Liege Lord has been calling people to your guys' Liege Lord has been calling people to his castle to the south, and they haven't been seen since, which is why there's the disappearance of Dartmouth from Dartmouth's knickknacks. No one knows what happened to Wolfram, who's disappeared. But ever since the kobold attack, people have. You went from like maybe 20% going away after the Viking raiders, the Crusher raiders, to 50 after the kobold attack, and then since then it's dropped down to like 80% people have left.
This place sucks.
It's had some real bad times. Because I'm not going to give you guys an entire town for free.
It's almost like bad luck has followed this town.
It's
It'll
true.
rise up like a phoenix, alright?
Just,
like a cockatrice.
We just
Oh my
needed the
God.
ashes.
Jermaine looks out the window and there's like a building in shadow, being like, not unlocked. But yeah, I think Jermaine will just nick this book and cast invisibility on it, if I can.
Yeah,
Might as well do the roll
you can
while
nick
I'm
the
at it.
book without issue.
Mhm.
He is very distracted by the fact he really doesn't want to be talking to your liege lord right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
He kept trying to go get to his library too, and you wouldn't let him. So yeah, no, you are easily able to just grab the book and get skedaddle, as there is a side door right here that would let you skedaddle, or you can
Alright.
take the window, as you assumably took to enter.
Yeah, that's what I did. Slowly just, unathletically get out of there, become visible, and join my twin Illuso,
Excellent.
Luzo Jermaine.
All right. I believe at that point, unless there's anything that Hale or Chime would like to do, we will continue on with the timeline.
Most Chime would do is, I guess, the only, like, interesting thing is, go see how sick Deegan is.
All right. With that, checking in at the Lunar Steel Forge. The forge is closed up, but across the street from it is his home, which is this building right here.
You know what? I have to go back and get him some chocolate fish. If I had to eat that shit, then a sick person is to choke and die on it, that's for sure.
I can't believe he's killing the blacksmith.
All right. Making your way to Dagon's shop, you would find that seeing the shop, obviously closed up and boarded, but across the street, his home, you would find, because of your scouting, you would find that the door is closed, but there is warmth coming in from the shuttered windows, as it seems like someone is at least home.
Bang on that door.
There's a moment's pause. You begin to hear footsteps approaching, and the door would open to reveal a relatively small. They're like 5 feet tall, but you could tell that they're a kid. So a relatively tall kid, a furbolg lass, would open the door. Can I help you?
Forced smile. Hello, you must be... Are you Dagans?
No, that's my pa. I'm Lily.
Hello, Lily. I've recently come into town under the employ of the, Lord Valen. And I heard that your father had fallen ill.
Yes, he's quite ill. The Lord, is he able to help?
Yes, my lord is quite concerned with the well-being of everyone in town, and I wanted to do a preliminary check on your father.
Of course. Come in. He's just in the room. And she would lead you to this room here.
Oh, and here's a fish from Thalen's day,
Oh,
in case you didn't have time to get it yourself.
oh. Why is it brown?
Yes, it's a chocolate-coated fish. Apparently, it's a delicacy.
Oh. Thanks. Chew. Give her a d20. It's really good.
Is that a lie or a...
You're not sure.
You know what?
She's not sure
It's not
either.
my fault. I don't give a shit.
All right. In
Kill
the
this guy.
small bed chamber here, you would find a furbolg man, missing about half of his fur. His face, rather than just his nose, is covered in red splotches, and it looks like his eyes are bloodshot and almost as if the whites of his eyes are yellow. He looks very, very sick. In fact, give me a body save as you enter the chamber.
Yeah, wow, he is bad.
You feel fine.
That's not what I like to hear.
But as you open, you would hear... Who's there, Lily? It's just one of the Lord's people. They're here to check on you, see if they can't help. Oh, that's mighty kind of our lords.
Charm's going to do a proper imitation of that profile art and pull up her collar over her
Excellent.
mouth.
Alright. Well, you can definitely just see from the furbolg here, they are real fucking sick.
Yeah, wow.
We haven't really been able to get anyone to help. All the healers and the tradesfolks have been called south, so some haven't gone yet, but there's not much I can do. I don't know how to heal. I heard from the apothecary before they passed that, well, she had this one flower that if you mix it together with another flower, it makes a poultice. And I tried that. It didn't really work.
I see. Had the previous apothecary seen your father's sickness, or...
They did. They were looking into a potential cure when the attack happened.
Then perhaps they may still have notes on it, if nothing else.
Perhaps. I can't read, so...
Yes. Did they leave you with anything then?
Just this. She kind of holds up a red vial. I'm supposed to feed it to him every hour.
Every hour. What is that vial, if I can try and identify it?
Yeah, sure. Give me an alchemy check.
No, wait. That's martial. Utility skill. Alchemy. Go! Ah!
You are not sure, I'm afraid. It looks like it's some form of restorative, though, just because of the color of the tincture, but, I mean, color is not always the best descriptor.
And how many of those do you have in surplus?
I have 5 more. But one of these is supposed to last a week, so...
Could I borrow one to take it to my companion to look at?
If you think it will help.
Yes.
Alright. I'll be right back. She'll kind of like run out of the room. Run to the kitchen area where she seamlessly stores the vials. In the meantime, Dagon, the old furbolg, will kind of cough up.
You look different from the Lord's soldiers.
Can I have a less sick translation of that?
You look different from the Lord's soldiers.
Yes, well... It is, Lord Valen. He's recently come into town.
I haven't heard that name in years. Had Valen's in here quite some time. Run by the Alex, or the Regis, mostly Regis, in fact, or Paul, and the Lords, and other lords. Too many lords, they keep changing hands.
And he kind of like goes into a spat of coughs, and you can see a little bit of blood as on his hand as he does that last little bout.
I appreciate the commentary, though you should save your strength. If you wish to speak on anything, if anything occurred before you began showing symptoms, you could tell me about that.
I was working the forge. Just like any other day. I set fire to it, began stoking the charcoals, and some ash blew forth, and I started coughing up a storm, and I just couldn't stop coughing. The others brought me out, fresh air, and after a time I eventually grew my breath back, but I've been same since. Weeks now.
Alright. Can I do any checks for attempting a diagnosis on him?
You can do a heal
more?
check.
Alright. Surely I've gotten all the bad rolls out of the way. Surely I can roll a heal check with my +1 in.
Well, he's definitely sick. That much is clear, and it definitely doesn't look like he is getting any better. You do believe with the 14, at the very least, that if he is not treated, he will eventually die. But judging from the listing of weeks, maybe whether a potion that Lily is feeding him is keeping him alive, because he definitely looks like he should be dead with how bad he looks.
Yeah. Does he look sick in a way where it's like there's something plaguing him, or is he sick in a he's old? Like
There's something plaguing him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, judging from his daughter's age, you don't think he's older than like 40.
Uh-oh, the dreaded P word.
Now, I don't got enough mana to shoot him with any magic for, relief at the moment.
Alright, at this point, Lily will kind of come running back. I found it! I had to store him in a cold spot, so I checked into the... Anyways, I got it, here you go.
They need to be stored in the cold, thank you.
Yeah. How is he?
We're going to do everything we can.
That's what Fennec said.
It'll be alright, Lily. Just trust in the Lords, and it'll be okay. Thank you for coming,
Chime.
Time. It's appreciated. Poe certainly wouldn't have given two shits.
Some think it's easier to forget than help, but we'll do what we can. I'm sure we'll be seeing again before long.
Yes.
And at that, you'll be like, "Oh, it's time. Sorry." And she'll like
Cool.
kind of brush past you with the vial and kind of like give him a little. Seems like a tablespoon at most, as she feeds him the bottle. And it seems to almost stop a little bit of the yellowing of his eyes. It definitely is doing something helpful to him, whatever the drink is.
All right.
But she would essentially just kind of focus on tending to her father.
Unfortunately, that'll have to be my checkup for now, but I'll probably report back tomorrow.
Thank you, Chime.
Yes, thank you, Lily, and thank your father. Make sure he gets rest.
I will do.
With that, Chime goes out the door and fucking dives into the water.
It is cool and refreshing and perhaps a little too crisp, but after that stuffy room and the sickness that you could smell encasing the place, it is a welcome relief.
Yeah, so Chime's just gonna try and fucking clean that off of her,
All right.
get it out. Ugh.
Well, while that's happening, the party would eventually meet back up for Leopold's speech. Chime perhaps a little more drenched for wear, but you know, you feel fine.
Yeah, I feel fine.
You feel fine.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
I'll just waste a few extra bits of mana every morning, you know?
Yeah. So,
You know, Chime stands away from crowds anyway. Social distancing.
yeah. So, as the party reunites once more, everyone of the town looks to Leopold as you take to the proverbial stage.
Everyone, I made a promise to you to rid you of one of your problems. And we have, as you can see from this beautiful bird that we have here.
Woo! Yeah.
And it wasn't without the help of some of you. Bertram, where you at? Or Barman, Barman, where you at?
Over here, my lord.
Your net. Hey, that's all. That's you. We caught it with that net.
Fine net indeed, my lord.
Yeah, I'll get that back to you at the end of this.
Yes, please.
But it wasn't without sacrifice that this was done. Poor Raph and Barry, they lost their life on this journey. And as I've learned more about this town, there's been many who've been lost. I just want to take a moment of silence for them.
Town will grow quiet.
I don't think I'll be able to, say that the changes that we're going to try to do won't come without some sacrifices. Hopefully none that great, but we do not know. What I can tell you, though, is that we are going to change this place to be better, to be more, and rise above what it is today. In fact, as part of that, I'm going to announce a lottery. Many of you are living in homes that are half put together and fallen apart. I myself, the family estate, isn't even in full peace to where I could actually move in and take up my duties properly. So, I will make sure that each and every one of you will get a house rebuilt. Not all at once. Let's be realistic, people. We all have to take our turns. And, I think in order for me to lead by example, we must fix the estate first. But once it's repaired, the lottery will begin. And each lucky winner, while their house is being renovated, will get to stay here with Regis himself. It was his idea. I was like, Regis, you're a madman. But he was like, no, my lord. I want to help these people. I owe it to them for the greatness that they allowed me to serve them. And I was like, Regis, you are too kind. So whichever family's getting their house renovated will be staying with Regis.
Regis is deathly white. He looks like he's about to vomit.
But first,
Of course, my lord.
look at how humble he is.
That's what the community needs, my lord.
Exactly. But we'll fix the estate first, and then we'll move on to each and every one of your houses. We'll get some industry back in here. And I want to raise a toast to the people of Wolf Creek and the best damn Valen Day I've ever experienced.
And with that,
To Wolf Creek!
to Wolf Creek! Wolf Creek! Huzzah! As the crowd begins to cheer and raise their glasses and drink and eat of the chocolate fish.
I
So-
make the appearance of Regis change a bit so he's not so pale and looks nauseous, but it's
Excellent.
like, what a content person.
Yeah. He looks more like he's actually intended to do this and not like, oh god, my fucking house has just been filled with common folk.
I can't believe we cancelled and then uncancelled this guy.
So, with that, the rest of the evening goes by most heartily as the townsfolk are saying their cheers for you and your fair noble house, Leopold of House Valen. And of course, your entourage of Chime, Germain, Hale, Harold, and your brother Malik. Throughout the evening, you are greeted by many of the townsfolk, gifted them by many different pleasantries. Mostly it's just like a handkerchief here, a hammer there, a nail over there. It's just random small knickknacks that don't amount to much. But in all, you guys are given 10 gold each, effectively, from their gifts. Which is essentially your quest reward for killing the cockatrice.
Nice. I
Um,
bring back the money.
Yeah. Quest reward. And throughout that, the evening is most joyous, and you guys would all, throughout the festivities and the devouring of chocolate fish and the drinking of ale, would endear yourself to the town, who have become most loyal to you, in fact. You think that you are, in fact, well loved by the townsfolk at this point in time. Even the bandits, which you just barely encountered, seem almost endeared and enthralled by your generosity. And you think they're a bit more loyal than they were before. Before there's like, well, let's see if this goes anywhere. If we need to, we'll maybe rob them. But you think they might not rob you.
We did it. We schmoozed them.
So, with all that said, though, as the eve begins to come to a close and the festivities begin to draw to an end, time and what is to come will soon be heard by you, as a raven will fly in, landing upon Regis's shoulder with a letter upon its leg. It will outstretch its leg for Regis to pick, who will, still looking deathly pale internally, but outwardly he looks perfectly chipper, would look down at his shoulder. My lord, it seems we have a letter, and nothing good, as he will point to the black ribbon that binds it, an indication that it is grave news. And he will unfurl or unattach the letter and will hand it to you, Leopold.
What's this, Regis? Give it a quick scan of it.
Maybe we should read this away from the towns.
Giving a quick scan as you heard your companion's words, it seems the High King's health has taken even further of a dip. He is bedridden, unresponsive, and the priests fear the worst. They're unsure how long he will live, but for right now, he still lives. It seems his illness, that many were hopeful he would recover from, is, well, as the letter implies, it seems it's only a matter of time now before the High King is to succumb to his affliction. And with that, that'll be, since we're basically at time here, what we call the session. Hope you guys had fun. Hope Stream enjoyed this. And there's plenty of questions that I will have for you guys once we end the stream. But in the meantime, let us raid Kelly Siren. Because they are working kitty, working on songs, and songs are fun. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Love me some good music craft. Oh yeah. But in the meantime, we have rated them.